So one day, my sister had taken me to the beach. We were having a wonderful time playing in the sun and enjoying time together. And as we were digging in the sand, I started to find trash. And I felt that was unusual. So then I started to pick up some trash. And then I find more and more and more as I'm on my way to the trash can to drop off this one piece of trash I picked up. And then after that, I was like, screw it. I'm going to pick up more trash. So I stopped playing in the sand, having fun. What? While I was picking up the trash, I remembered how my teacher showed us and made us do this assignment. It was when it's when we seen animals get cut open and they have all this plastic material inside them. Well, what really stuck out to me was when I seen a whale, because a whale is huge and it had massive amounts of plastic, and I was like, what the fuck? How did all this material get inside of him? Well, unfortunately for a whale, it's because of the way they eat. So what happens to a whale is it sucks in all this water, so that way it can eat the little tiny planktons and algae and stuff that's in the water. Well, unfortunately for the whale, it did not know what it was sucking up, and it could not stop the process of sucking up water because that's how they eat. And of course, his body could not break down this man-made material. So his body breaks down and dies in the most painful way possible. And then of course I started to feel for the animals at this point. And then I go to the restroom, and then this girl tells everybody, she's like, I have something stuck on my feet. And others said, we have that stuff too. And then I look and it's this black stuff, and I was like, that's weird, that's strange. So I go home and shower. And after being in the ocean for a day, usually I've swum in the ocean many times before, and this never happened to me. So after I go home, after a day of being at the beach, I shower. My skin became irritated. It was burning. It was uncomfortable. And then my niece comes up to me and she says, Auntie, we have that black stuff on us. So then I touch it and smell it, and it was oil. And I began to imagine and put myself in their shoes. If I was burning and my skin was irritated after being in the beach for a day, I could not imagine how the animals are living right now, or how they're born into this type of environment that's polluted because of people, because of the materials we think we could just throw away, when reality is we can't. It just goes somewhere else and becomes somebody else's problem. And the materials don't break down. They don't go away for years. If not, they just break down and turn into smaller pieces. So I really worry about the animals, the sea life's home. I worry because it's filled with plastic and oil. Two forms of pollution they're both living in now. And I've also seen a lot of animals get dissected and they have the same symptoms. So I really felt all of this on my vacation. So my vacation turned out to be a transformation because I ended up coming back home and I just started picking up trash. Because if it's here, it's going to end up there. So then I started telling people, because after I picked up all this trash, I was like, dang, people need to see this. So then I started to show people, I was like, this is the amount of trash I picked up within a few blocks. And some people could not believe it, and others did. So I would encourage people to pick up trash too. And along with all this, I met a man and he told me that the trash that we have in our city, it ends up going to our sewers and it clogs it. And it's clogging the Rio Grande River. And it's clogging our lakes. I may not have an ocean, but it's affecting my hometown too. And when I moved back, it was really interesting because I've seen the Rio Grande over flooding. And this is the most water I ever seen it, along with other people too. So I'm wondering if that's a connection right there. Or the fact that the climate's changing and more rain comes. And then it ends up being a drought. Now we're in a drought. There's not that much water in. This is the lowest amount of water I've seen in our ditches. I'm Felina. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I worry about life, sea life, my life, animals and plants' life. I worry because we're all eventually going to go extinct. We're going to be gone forever. And one day I was picking up trash by a river. And I actually was pulling out a plastic bag. And then the roots of a tree was trying to grow through the plastic bag. And then I started to worry about the plants. The plants are affected. Not only the animals, but the plants are affected, right? So at this point in my life, I decided that I have to tell the truth. And I do on a daily basis. And I expose myself to the truth around the world and what they face. And it gets hard sometimes. But I know it's my duty to educate, inform, and bring the news to everybody. And connect the dots. If you like this video, I have other videos on my YouTube channel. They're just random. Different perspectives out there, but yeah. This is how my life led up to me becoming an activist. And at the time, I didn't even know I was an activist, and that's what they do. It's a funny story. But yeah,